have the footage in Pennsylvania and Michigan and Georgia, and again, midnight, all these trucks pulling up, all these cars pulling up with California plates, Rhode Island plates, trying to carry in these magic ballot boxes. But there were so many Trump lawyers and people inside that at a certain point, they just said, let's not even try it. They tried the exact same thing. We were on the air at 10 o'clock at night, 11 o'clock Eastern. We saw it stop when Trump was ahead in the key battlegrounds. Owen and I both said, looks like they're about to try it again. Trump better get out there and talk about this. But at some point, they blinked. As you said, all those states were unified, doing the same thing at the same time. The counting magically stops, just like in 2020. I thought they might start putting up the paper over the windows, but this time the Trump people had sued. They weren't able to keep them out. And so I think in the face of the police and the poll watchers and the lawyers, they went, we just can't do this anymore. This is too obvious. And boom, then we saw Trump win. I mean, I think that's not even conjecture. That's what happened.
100%. And if history's any guide, the MAGA movement, conservatives, they can't count on this just lucking out again next time. There needs to be, like I said, an absolute jihad. We are still within the statute of limitations for 2020. They can be frozen, in my understanding, about filing suits. And just off the top of my head, because we track this, and I don't know all the specific details, I'm the pollster, right? Is that there are at least three things, very specific things that a little bit of transparency and some hard questions, maybe a court hearing or two, would help us get to the bottom of. For instance, who paid for those freaking mail trucks? For instance, I'm pretty sure there's a stash of ballots in Atlanta under lock and key right now that a human needs to look at. And I think we need to get to the answers about, for instance, at least why there are a whole bunch of ballots in Arizona that are printed on the wrong kind of paper. Those have never been heard by a court, and there's a million other examples just like that. And again, this isn't stuff that's conjecture. It's stuff that's been part of, like, they did a massive audit in Arizona. This stuff was recorded and filed with sworn depositions. This stuff exists. This stuff with the Postal Service trucks, it's being heard in court cases. Trump can come in and tell us who paid for those trucks. I think just that question alone, it should be up there with the JFK files and the alien stuff.